Today we are going to go into box and whisker plot. Okay, so subtopic 13.4 box and whisker plot. So I will show you by example, but first I will introduce to you the steps to draw box and whisker plot. So the first step is we need to find Q1, Q2, Q3, which we know is Q1 is lower quartile, Q2 is median, Q3 is upper quartile. And then we need to find the upper fence, lower fence. I will show you later. Determine outliers, if any. So I will also show you this later. Find the smallest value, largest value, and then we draw the scale. Lastly, we will draw the box and whisker. So let me show you by example. This example, we have a set of data. And as you can see, this is already arranged in ascending order because it starts from the lowest 29 and the highest is 47. So the instruction is to draw a box and whisker plot. So this is the step from the previous slide. So we need to find Q1, Q2 and Q3. So we know when we want to find Q1, Q2, Q3, first we need to know how many numbers we have here. So if we calculate, I think we got 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 numbers, and we already know how to find our lower quartile, Q1, which is we have to first find Q1 place, which is 15 divided by 4. So we get 3.75, means it is the fourth place. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, this is our Q1. And then to find Q2, we'll do the same thing. And then below you find Q2, you will get that your Q2 is this one. And then your Q3 is 42, this one. Okay. And then next is, so we already did the first step, find Q1, Q2, Q3. Second step, find the upper fence and the lower fence. So in order to find the upper fence and lower fence, first we need to find this one, interquartile range. Interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. In this case, 42 minus 30, which we will get 12. Okay, so now that we have our interquartile range, we can find the upper fence and lower fence. Okay, so the lower fence, the formula is given by 30. 30 is what? 30 is Q1. Q1 minus 1.5 times interquartile range. That is the formula for lower fence. This one you have to remember. Q1 minus 1.5 interquartile range. Since Q1 is 30, 1.5 interquartile range is 12. So we sub in everything. And then when we calculate that, we will get our lower fence to be 12. And then for upper fence, the formula is Q3 plus 1.5 interquartile range. Okay, so you see lower fence tadi Q1 minus upper fence Q3 plus 1.5 times interquartile range. So we sub in everything and then we get our upper fence to be 60. So we did the second step. Next step, if determine outliers, if any. So what does it mean by outliers? Outliers is that if we have any numbers in this set of data that lies below the lower fence and above the upper fence. So we see that our lower fence is 12 and our data, the lowest value is 29. Therefore, there isn't a number that lies below the lower fence. Tak ada yang kurang daripada 12. Semuanya lagi besar daripada 12. Okay, so no outliers at the left side. So we look at the upper fence is 60. Our highest number is 47. So tak ada nombor yang lagi besar daripada 60. Therefore, there's also no outliers on the right side. Therefore, our outliers tak ada. Okay, so dah determine outliers. Next is find the smallest value and largest value, not including outliers. So tadi kita dah tahu dah. We know that tak ada nombor, so kita ada outliers kat sini. So therefore, we know our smallest value is 29. Our largest value is 47. Just ambil je kalau tak ada outliers. Smallest value 29. Largest value 47. Okay, next. Now, ni dah siap. Next is kita akan draw the scale. So how to draw the scale? When you want to draw the scale, usually what you want to do is we want to put the smallest value and the largest, we want to put the fence and the outliers in. But since in this case, there's no outliers, so actually you don't need to draw the fence, but for this example, I will just draw the fence. So our fence is 12. So I can take my smallest scale ataupun the smallest value untuk jadi 10. Okay, ini adalah macam, usually you have to draw this on graph paper. so 10. Okay, and then upper fence is 60, so I can take, let me take 70. Okay, so and then between this I will have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Okay, so this is my scale. Okay, tengok ni. So maksudnya the lower and the lowest value and the smallest value, maksudnya dia mesti lower than the fence and bigger than the upper fence. Okay, next is we can put our Q2. Q2 is 34, so this is 30, this is 40, 34 is somewhere here. Q2, you akan draw a line like that. Our Q1 is 30, so ni 30, you akan draw a line like that. Our Q3 is 42, ni 40, 42, you akan draw line like that. And then you akan tutup ni. Okay, so dia adalah box you. Okay, ni tak siap lagi. Next is kita tengok the smallest value. Smallest value is 29. So sini 29, so you akan daripada 29 you akan tarik go to the box. Okay, and the largest value is 47. 47 maybe somewhere here, you akan tarik go to the box. Okay, and then we will draw our fence. Our fence is 12. Somewhere here, fence is dotted line. Upper fence is 60 here. And then kita akan letak scale. This is kan you akan draw atas graph paper kan. So you have to specify lah, macam you cakap 1 cm equals to, contohnya ni 1 cm 1 cm equals to 10. Macam tu lah. Okay, so this is a complete box and whisker plot. So kenapa kita we can represent data like this, because dia macam simplified version of this data. Sebab kita tahu yang tengah-tengah ni adalah Q2, kita tahu yang ni adalah Q1, kita tahu ini adalah Q3, kita tahu ini adalah smallest value, ini adalah largest value, ini adalah fence. Okay, okay, so let's go to the next example. Oh sorry, in a nutshell, so this is bentuk box and whisker. Okay, you have to use graph paper masa you buat dalam exam. So we see that one is Q1, Q2, Q3, and then smallest value, largest value, and then this one is the fences. So dotted line actually tak nampak sangat, and then outliers. Okay, so let's go to another example. The frequency distribution below shows the number of children in a family. So data ni maksudnya berapa banyak family yang nombor children dia 1 ada 3, berapa banyak family nombor children dia 2 ada 10, and so on. Find the upper and lower fences for the data and determine whether there are any outliers, and then draw a box and whisker plot to represent data. So I make the table vertically like this. Okay, and then I also add another column, a cumulative column, cumulative frequency column. So ni frequency, ni cumulative frequency. Why? Nanti I will show you why I put this one. And the steps, we just use the steps to box and whisker plot. Sebab tadi dia suruh cari upper fence, lower fence and outlier. So kita just use the steps. Sebab ada je dalam tu. Okay. So first find Q1, Q2 and Q3. So same thing. How to find Q1? Q1, we need to count how many data. This one actually, dia nampak dalam bentuk table, tapi sebenarnya what is it is that, so nombor of family 1 ada 3 kan, so dia macam ni 1, 1, 1, and then ada 2 ada 10, so 2, 2, 2, ada 10 kali, ni ada 10 kali, and then 3 ada 7, 3, 3, 3, ni ada 7 kali. Okay, ni data ni kalau berapa panjang. And then kalau kira semua sekali, so kita kira lah number of frequency ni, kalau kira ni ada 26. Okay, so sama 26 cumulative frequency. So Q1 place is 26 divided by 4, 26 divided by 4, 6.5, which is the 7th place. And without drawing yang panjang ni, I actually can know that the 7th place of this table is actually 2. Macam mana I tahu tu? Sebab ni kan cumulative frequency yang I kira ni. Kalau cumulative ni, maksudnya ni, number 1 ni, the last number, kiranya number 1 ni ada dekat the first, second, third place adalah number 1. And then selepas that 4, 5 sampailah 13 adalah nombor 2. And then daripada nombor 14 sampai 20 adalah nombor 3. Cumulative frequency ini adalah dia tunjuk yang the last number for that number. The last place for that number. Okay. So now sekarang I nak cari the 7th place. So the last place for 1 is 3 and the last place for 2 is 13. Therefore, that I know that 2, maksudnya the 7th place lies somewhere dekat 2. Maksudnya ni first place, second, third place, 4, 5, ada 7 place dalam ni. So I know my 7th place is 2. Next is if I want to find Q2, if I divide 26 by 2, I will get 13. So means bila I dapat whole number, I have to take the 13 place plus 14 place and then divide by 2. So I know the 13 place is in the number 2. Therefore, and then the 14 place would be the number 3. So that's why I ambil 2 tambah 3 bagi 2, 2.5. And then my Q3, kalau I cari Q3, 26 times 3 divided by 4, I will get 19.5. So 19.5 means I have to take the 20th number. So the 20th number would be 3. So that's why dia adalah 3. So this is the function. Kita taruh cumulative tu. So we know dia dekat mana. So after that, we already find Q1, Q2, Q3. Now we want to determine the upper and lower fence. So my interquartile range is 3 minus 2, Q3 minus Q1, 1. Lower fence is, we just use the formula, 2 minus 1.5 FQR. I will get lower fence 0.5. I will get upper fence 4.5. Okay, so I get this one, this one. Next is determine outliers. So outliers tadi adalah kalau they have a number that lies below the lower fence and above the upper fence. So ada tak number yang below daripada 0.5? Tak ada. Sebab the last number is, the smallest number is 1. So no lower fence and no outliers on the left side. And then upper fence. We see that the upper fence patutnya dia sampai 4.5. But here we have 5 and 6. So actually our outliers is the number, smallest value is 1. Our outliers is the number 5 and 6. Okay. And then next is find the smallest value. Sorry, tadi terbalik pula. So outliers tadi 5 and 6. Smallest value adalah inside the fence is 1. And then the largest value inside the fence is 4. Sebab fence 4.5. Okay, now we draw this thing. So our fence is 0.5. So I want to start from 0. And our outliers is 6. So let me just take until 7. Sorry, tak cantik pula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is my scale. Draw the box and whisker. My Q1 is 2. Allah, buruk eh. My Q3 is 2.5. Q2 2.5. My Q3 is 3. This is my box. And then I look at my whisker. My whisker smallest value is 1. So daripada 1. Largest value in the fence is 4. So daripada 4 tarik. And then my fence is 0.5. Ting, 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 ting. Upper fence is 4.5. This one. And then outliers is 5 and 6. Dekat 5. Satu outlier. Dekat 6. Satu outlier. So that is how you will draw a box and whisker plot with outliers.